A lot of classical music has gotten away from that raw expression of emotion and moved towards something that people can't relate to. It becomes a status symbol to be seen at these concerts rather than to be able to experience them. And that is what I believe I was put here to do, to be vulnerable enough to help people experience the music for what it is.
We met in the practice room. She was singing a Rossini aria, and I thought, oh, she sings well, but then she got to the cadenza and started going into the stratosphere, and I just turned and looked at her and thought, what?
Well, I've always been loud. Let's start there. In high school, I was singing a lot of popular, a little bit of gospel, and I had a music teacher stop me and tell me that my voice was much more like Kathleen Battle than Aretha Franklin, and that I should buckle down and study classical music again. Probably second semester freshman year was when I started studying music, but I still wasn't sure I wanted to be a professional singer. When I got into Peabody, I figured it was a sign, so that's the direction I took. So today was the photo shoot for Lust. This is a project that has been cooking for a couple of years now. And the pictures brought it to life in a way that I hadn't even anticipated. I mean, I knew I was going to be wearing some wild things and not anything at all. But this, right, what we're working with today, with the bra on top of the bustier, is far and beyond anything I could have dreamt. I love classical music and opera. I said, what if I just extrapolated all of the hottest parts of classical music and put it all in one album? Because bottom line is I'm really good at it. I hate to even say that out loud, but when I played Bess and Porgy and Bess, it's a lot of fun. I was so good at being bad. And instead of fighting it and trying to put myself in a very tight box, I decided to celebrate it. Who doesn't want to lose themselves? I mean, I grew up Presbyterian, very conservative parents. And once I realized on stage, I didn't have to adhere to those social mores. I'm like, you can get paid for this? I think one of the best ways to find your path, your purpose, is to look where your talent meets your passion. So as I sang, there's so much classical music, everything from the sacred to the profane. And I found out I have two gifts. One is to talk about the sacred, people who are going through a spiritual struggle, people who have fallen and are fighting to get up. And the other is to be what I call that chick. The one who steps out on the town and all the other women hate. The one who's unapologetic about her sexuality, who loves her body and is not afraid to let other people know it. So when I got on stage and I kept getting cast as those characters, I figured it must be for a reason. So let's not fight it. Let's make an album celebrating that character. Let's call it Lust. I think we being classical musicians have to present the music to people in a way that they actually want to buy it and want to participate in it. It's no mistake that our audience is literally dying. I don't mean that and to be funny, and I know how to use literally, I promise. And it's something people have been talking about and working on. It's not that they're not aware that there's a problem, but I think the issue's been how to tackle it. Some people talk about ticket prices, some people talk about venues. What I'm really focusing on is how to package the music in a way that people can understand it. And most importantly, what I'd say is paramount is the expression itself. So you can have the most gorgeous voice in the world, but if I don't feel what you're saying, do I care? Do I want to sit here for 3.5 hours and be tortured? No, there's CDs, there's videos. So to get people to come out live, you have to be offering something different.